First, I'd like to thank you who helped me reach the 250 subscriber marker that allows me to use my cell phone to do lives. So let me just do one thing here. Okay, there's a little mess in the background, but that's okay. So let me give you a little bit of my background. My name is Maria. I'm from Brazil. I was born in the countryside of Piauí, it's a northeast state of Brazil. And I grew up as Catholic, like almost all Brazilians. But when I learned about Jesus, I had the sense that he was real. I never doubted that. But that allegory of God sitting in a cloud, manipulating everything down here, that doesn't sound true to me. I couldn't really understand that, and I had so many questions. Like, what really is God? Who am I? Where I came from? What I'm doing here? I just was born, grew up, go to school, get married, or whatever, and what else? What else? What's the purpose of all of that? So I grew up with those questions that I never dared to ask nobody. I thought they wouldn't have the answer anyway. And then when I was about 25 years old, I learned about the Spiritism, Kardecist in Brazil, based on 5 books written by Allan Kardec. And one of the books says it's a book of questions and answers. And the first question is, what is God? And I thought that was interesting. What is God? I kind of like the answer they give, was very different from all the others that I had received before. And I read the book, the whole book, 7 pages, in about 3 days. That's how amazed I was with that, all that new knowledge that came to my field. And I really read all the books about spirituality that I put my hands on. And some really opened my mind a lot. The thing about the Spiritism in Brazil, it's very well known in Europe also and in many other countries. Allan Kardec also, he was French. When he wrote the books, he was living in French. So many people, the Spiritism explains what happened on the wheel of karma, let's say. It does not explain what happened before you come to your first incarnation on earth. And also, I didn't find any information there what happened after you are free of the wheel of karma. So, and also I wasn't completely satisfied with the answer they gave about God. And then I thought, there are something else. There is more to know. So when I came to US, I started to getting in touch with, through YouTube, to get in touch with other sorts of material. For example, the Abraham Hicks. Abraham Hicks is speaking about the law of attraction with all that infinite knowledge. And I thought that was very interesting. It's wow, that's very interesting. And I try to really connect that, try to make sense of all that thing that I was learning. And I got to a conclusion that that's really make a lot of sense. That you really experience what you think about. That your state of mind, your emotions are the one that drive your experience. And I thought that was amazing. And then I decided I kept researching. For about 1 year, I was obsessed with Abraham Hicks. I would listen to their videos all day long if I could. And later on, I was just thinking, I would see somebody saying that was channeling Einstein, and then another was channeling John Lennon, and all those famous figures. And I'm very familiar with channeling because in Brazil that's something very common. We had some great mediums over there, for example, Chico Xavier and Divaldo Franco and many others. So we are very familiar with how that happened, what's that. So I was just thinking, well, is so many of those public figures came through some mediums. Why not Jesus? Why Jesus would not come and communicate to us through mediums? And then just after I formed that question in my mind, I saw a video of a lady in YouTube saying that she was channeling Jesus. And I thought that was very interesting. But I didn't really identify myself with her way. But later on, I saw Tina Louise Spalding. And I really identify myself with her personality and way and how Jesus speaks through her. It's wow, that's very interesting. So I kept learning more. I She has 7 books. I read all her 7 books, and they are really truly amazing. And I also decided to I read all her 7 books, and it was said to read in sequence because the first book will give you the background, will prepare your mind to the next level of information. And I can tell you that there was one Maria before I started reading her books, and one after. I mean, like in level of consciousness. That's how my consciousness expanded. And then I learned about A Course in Miracles through Tina Louise Spalding. And I thought, that's kind of interesting. A Course in Miracles. And I decided to do the lessons. And I realized, wow, that really works. The Course in Miracles is designed to take your mind away from fear and reconnect to love, peace, and happiness. By removing all the programs that the society, television, that we have been immersed since we were born. By removing those programs and give you back the control of your mind. That's what the Course in Miracles does for you. And our true nature is love. Love is our true nature. So when you are aligned with your true self, with love, you are happy. When you stop listening to your intuition, to your heart, and then you go to the program of fear, of resentment, of blaming others, victimhood, and then you lower your vibration and you feel sad. You're not happy. And this book really it explains that we, in a level of consciousness, we are all one, and the way to reach peace and happiness is by forgiveness and stop judging. Every time that you judge yourself or you judge others, you suffer because you are turning away from love. And forgiveness is the way. And then later on, I learned about Dolores Cannon. Oh my goodness. I was amazed with Dolores Cannon's book. I have all of them here in my house. I read all of them, and the way her books came about, she was a hypnotist where she created a technique where her subjects, her clients, would go in a deep state of trance. And by doing that, she was able not only to regret them to their previous lives in the planet Earth, but also in other planets. And also, after the sessions, she was able to communicate with their higher self. And also, many times, she would regret them in situations where they were in a spaceship with some interaction with their colleagues, that some extraterrestrials, and they would speak through the subject, they would speak directly to Dolores. So Dolores, she came with that mission to bring that knowledge, that infinite knowledge from the other realms to the archaic records and to the field of knowledge to us. And it explains so many things. If you are really willing to really expand your mind and have a good understanding about what is God, who you are, where you came from, what you're doing here, try to listen to Dolores Cannon's book. She has audiobook of almost all of them, and also read the books. They are truly amazing. And another, recently we were gifted with an amazing book from Ismael Perez. It's called Our Cosmic Origin. Our Cosmic Origin give you an overview of everything that I've been learning, studying through Spiritism from Brazil, through Dolores Cannon's book and Tina was Spalding book and many other books, Abraham Hicks. It's join everything together and give you explanation about so many things, the origin of everything, and here now, and where we are going from here. So not recently, on May, after reading all those informations, I realized that I started to put in a story together to link the dots. And I always curious, I always question things, and I started to putting together Earth's evolution. And I was inspired to create a series of videos about Earth's evolution. Besides the things that I already knew, I do some more researches, and then I started to make a series of videos about Earth's evolution, where I explain from the time Earth was created 4 billion years ago until the next golden age that we are starting to going right now. And then about 2 months ago, maybe a little less than 2 months ago, I saw Ismael books. And when I saw his book, I was, wow, if I have got that book 5 years ago, I wouldn't need all that research because his book was really explain the true history, the evolution of the planet Earth, and more. So many of the information that I knew, I was able to validate in his book and fill out many gaps. So if you're new to my channel, you're gonna see that I have videos in English, Portuguese, and Spanish where I split on separated playlists. So each playlist will have the language on the description. And I create one for with the Earth's evolution, where I put only videos related to the theme. And also I have another one that I say awakening in English. What I what I'm doing is I'm creating small videos trying to explain and tell kind of a story of what I have learned. Take people in a path. So many people that are drawn to my videos, some are already advanced and already know a lot about law of attraction, already know a lot about many things. But I created my videos to people that was like me when I started, that knew nothing about that. So I created I use sequential numbers. So if you go to Awakening in English, you're gonna see the video number 1, 2, 3, 4. If you listen to the number 20 and you don't understand something, I already explained in the previous videos. It's not necessary that you go in sequence, but if you are new to those kind of information, that would be a good thing to do. And also I have another playlist that I call meditation in English. I don't have many meditation there yet because fortunately we have so many amazing meditation available for us for free on YouTube. But I may create some because I'm having some good ideas, ways to meditate that I think it may benefit. So I'm gonna do that too. And why I decided to create this channel. When the pandemic hit, so many people was depressed. So many people, I could, everywhere I would go, I would see how people were immersed in fear, how deep they were troubled and suffering. So I wanted to, and then I realized that I wasn't feeling the same. I was not receiving perceiving the situation like everybody else. And I started to think, why I'm perceiving that in a different way? Why is that? And then I realized it's because the knowledge that I have. So, okay, let's start spreading the knowledge. So I'll make little notes where I would put like A Course in Miracles, Abraham Hicks, Dolores Cannon's book. And then I would just give it to people everywhere I would go. The market, Starbucks, the restaurants, especially to the waitress. I would just look. This information is taking my mind away from fear. Try, it may help you. So I would just do that. And then later on, I started to have that feeling, oh, like those inspiration that come in your minds. Create a YouTube channel. No, I don't want to create a YouTube channel. I don't want to be online to everybody to see me. I just create a YouTube channel No, I still learning. I don't have, I'm still learning. I don't have much thing to say yet. I'm not ready. I'm not a teacher yet. I'm still a student. And then God started to put people in my life where I had the opportunity to explain to them about those things that I have learned that was helping me. And they realized that they were interested, and not only interest, but it was really helping them. They would start talking to me with one facial expression, and it should lighten up. It was really making a difference. I said, wow, okay, so I think I already have something to say, but I still don't have time. I'm working for 40 hours a week. I have 2 kids. I just don't have time. So, and then like 3 weeks later, my the company I was working and decided, okay, or you take this for the pandemic or you are out. And then I just thought with myself, well, I don't think the company should have the power to make me override my free will. So if I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. So I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And then they fired me. So the excuse was I didn't have time. And suddenly I got lots of time. So I left the company one day. The following day, I created 2 videos to YouTube. And there is so many things that I'm learning that's really helping my life. And I don't see myself as a teacher. I'm still learning. There is a lot to learn. I'm not, the name of my channel is The Awakening Path. I'm not fully awakened yet. I know there is a lot of steps that I still need to go through, but I have the willing to share what I learned that is helping me, that may help you. So take a look at my YouTube, research through the videos, see if the information that I'm giving is resonating with you. And if it is, I will be very happy to have you as a subscriber. And I'm really grateful for the work that I'm doing. And I was inspired to do in 3 languages. If I'm helping at least one person in each language, so I'm already doing my job. So thank you very much. I can't really see your name, you that are watching me right now, but thank you for staying with me. And that's my first real live in YouTube using my cell phone. But I will make others. So much love and light to you, and see you next time.